Hi, my name is Alexia Elliott, and this is my colleague David Rose.
Hi, and welcome to this MindPod's audio program, Free from Stress.
Free from stress is a mind programming process during which you will find yourself feeling more calm, more confident, more relaxed, more self-assured and free from tension whenever you need to, as you automatically respond in a variety of new and beneficial ways to whatever used to cause stress. And all of your amazing mind power will transform you as you access the parts of you that make learning fun and transformations easy.
Please do not listen to this recording while driving or operating machinery. Only listen to this program in a safe environment where you can relax and remain undisturbed for the next space of time. If you're listening to this in stereo, these words should be coming from the right-hand side and these from the left. You may or may not notice your conscious mind drifting from time to time, and this is absolutely natural. Your unconscious mind is always close enough to hear, so you can relax and allow your unconscious to take care of things for a while. Your conscious mind will remember what it needs to remember, and your unconscious can take care of all the rest. It's often a good idea to sit with your feet flat on the floor, or even lie down in a comfortable position, so you can benefit fully from this experience. You may also become even more aware of your breathing at first. And as you become fully absorbed in your own experience on the inside, you'll know when it's time for you to close your eyes and begin the journey of transformation. When you're finished, you'll feel refreshed, invigorated, and transformed with a new feeling of calmness, confidence, and freedom to feel relaxed in yourself whenever you need to, and you'll feel free from stress and ready for your wonderful continuing adventure in life.
Maybe, just for a few moments, you can allow yourself to relax, but not completely, not yet. Just a little will be enough for you to begin with, because you can simply focus on inhaling and exhaling, in and out, and in and out, in and out. And as you notice the rise and fall of your chest, as you do this now, you will notice certain tensions and discomforts and sensations in your body loosening and softening. In your mind, you can drift off to a place of comfort, a place of effortless relaxation. You may or may not be able to imagine a place where you feel most relaxed. It can be a real place or an imaginary one where you can feel carefree, relaxation. Maybe you can even think about how you feel when you are most relaxed.
I remember a while back, I felt quite uncomfortable with myself. Nothing seemed to be going right for me. Everything felt like hard work. My body felt tight. My mind felt like a whirlwind of crazy and rapid thoughts. I knew things were just not right within myself. I wasn't happy. I felt disconnected. But I also felt like I couldn't control what was happening to me. I guess I felt like I'd lost something, which had, until then, held me together. You see, I had imagined wrongly that it was the events, the circumstances, the relationships, the external factors in my life that were the cause of my stress. I didn't realize back then that I was mistaken. I didn't yet realize that it is my interpretation of events, of circumstances, of relationships, of external factors. It is my interpretation of them all that caused those stress reactions in me. When someone suggested that you can actually have full control over your own internal experience, you can interpret the same thing in a variety of ways, some of which caused a stress reaction, but many of which will cause you to feel calm, comfortable, relaxed, and in control. But I wasn't yet ready to accept this fact that you can even imagine that there is a switch in your mind and you can switch off any stressful reactions and instead switch on a feeling of calm, of comfort, of peace will wash over you as you reclaim control over your life.
My brother loves nothing more than being outside. He likes to connect with the elements, being involved in life. He loves life. He seems to make sure he enjoys every second. I used to envy him for his enthusiasm for life, how he embraces each second. He said to me one day,
"Climb a mountain."
I thought he was crazy. I felt like life was a constant uphill struggle anyway. Climbing a mountain was the last thing I wanted to do. It was the last thing I thought would offer me some relief. It was the last thing I thought would offer me freedom from the stress. Trouble was, nothing else had worked, so I came to the conclusion that I may as well give it a go. In one respect, I was so well practiced at being unhappy and stressed that I might find it easy to climb something so enormous, so gigantic, a mountain such as Ben Nevis. I remember the journey well, climbing higher and higher through the landscape as we climbed. Higher and higher we drove in heavy storms and the roads were dirty and muddy, and this made your visibility unclear, and so you struggled to see through the windscreen, and the wipers are struggling too to keep the screen clear because the conditions were so severe. They tried their best. You almost felt sorry for them, You feel so grateful for those windscreen wipers. Such a simple concept, but you really learn quickly to appreciate them, their effectiveness. And the rain continued to pour down, and you have to drive slower.
I sometimes ponder certain words, certain meanings. Appreciation is an interesting word. It's more than a word, in a way. It's an experience, encoded in words, symbols that attempt to capture the essence of a unique experience. I remember Paddy McAloon, the lyricist and singer, once said, "Words are merely trains for passing by what really has no name." Symbols attempt to capture the essence of unique experiences. Experiences in your body as you feel the experience of appreciation and gratitude can sometimes literally transform you, can sometimes even heal you as it transports you from before to after. And I sometimes ask myself, what do you really appreciate in life? About yourself, about those around you? Because you have to slow down sometimes, don't you? You know, when you drive through difficulties.
Because it was a long journey and we needed to stay safe so we could complete our adventure. We noticed most cars and trucks were also slowing down. It makes sense really for safety, and it's a responsible way to behave too, isn't it? But we observed certain drivers speeding along despite the severe conditions, getting into all kinds of trouble.
It often seems pointless when you have a clear view to operate at the same old speed, when it's clear that the safest and best thing to do is slow down.
After all, why fight something you can't control?
Allow things to settle for a while, like those Christmas domes that you shake and the snow floats everywhere. And when you put it down, it takes time for things to settle. It is easier sometimes to simply accept how things are, not condone them. To accept something is not to condone it. To accept something is to step out of denial into reality, because it's from reality that you can make changes. As you ride along and observe, as you travel along, sometimes it's beneficial to accept there are times in your life when you just have to slow down.
My companion said to me,
Sometimes you can see more when you slow down.
that's true.
I've noticed in my life, whenever I've felt stressed, it's almost always because I was traveling at the wrong speed, at the wrong time. And I've noticed that when I feel relaxed and calm and easy and comfortable and happy and carefree, it's because I'm traveling at the right speed, at the right time. And there is always a right speed for the right time.
And so we entered what almost felt like a new dimension of time and space. It felt quite magical. The mountains were vast and yet comforting at the same time. And I remember us driving between mountains. There was a part of me that felt comfort, and a part of me feeling apprehension because of what had led me to travel this far. And doubts were in my mind that I wouldn't be able to manage it. I felt weak, and so my companion said to me,
You know, it's okay to feel apprehension. It's perfectly safe, you know. It's fine to feel fear. You're human. You're a human being. And these feelings are all part of feeling and being human.
he said,
You might find it useful to consider something that will help you settle into the idea of this adventure. It's all about preparation. Preparation is the key to being successful at climbing mountains. When you realize that you have everything you need, you will be successful.
he said.
It really does depend, of course, on what you mean by success. We want to climb this mountain in one day. This is realistic, but we have to be prepared and wake up early and prepare our minds to be focused. When you realize that you have everything you need within you, to be successful? Of course, it depends on how you measure success. Some people are chasing success and don't really know what they're chasing, making their dreams almost pointless. It's about expectations, really.
He continued.
You're preparing your mind to climb a big monster mountain.
He always called Ben Nevis a monster mountain, in an affectionate way.
It's worth considering that you will go through a series of mental barriers which might feel very real to your mind and body as you climb higher and higher. As you overcome these mental barriers, you will find that you break free from all limitations in your thinking. It's almost as though you discover within yourself what you are really capable of.
I liked what he said. It sounded very appealing, and I wondered if this might help me in a different area of my life. 4 a.m. The quietness of the night felt calming. I love this time of night or morning. It's soothing. In so many ways, it's like a comforting calmness in darkness. The earth is preparing for a new beginning, a new day, a new cycle. My companion said to me,
We all have a choice every day when we wake up. In fact, we all have a choice every moment of every day. We can wake up and decide to act like a new person. We can decide to be who we really are. Or we can choose to pick up the old worries and concerns from yesterday.
He made it sound so simple. Maybe he had a point. Have you really been choosing without realizing, making yourself carry a big load of worries and concerns around with you every day? Surely not, I said to myself. But I did begin to doubt myself. Just a little. I remember the first few steps of our ascent. We were at the bottom of the mountain, and I couldn't see anything in front of me. Which is just as well, because maybe if I'd seen how big the mountain was, I might have given up, felt beaten before starting. Each step felt massive. We each had head torches on, yet you could only just see what was in front of you. You couldn't see anyone else there. It was just me and my companion. I was pleased he had the experience of climbing this mountain. He knew the roads. He gave me a sense of comfort to be connected to someone who held knowledge and wisdom regarding the roads which lay ahead. He seemed so comfortable in this environment, so comfortable in his own skin, that I felt a tinge of excitement about getting to the summit, about reaching my goal. But he said to me,
There's no need to focus too much on reaching the summit. It'll be wonderful, an amazing experience. But it's just as important that you focus on the journey. This is where you learn about yourself, about what you can really do, learning from each barrier you break through. Don't rob yourself of an extraordinary experience by focusing only on what lies ahead?
I wasn't entirely sure what he meant. I thought you should always focus on your goals. But even so, I decided to listen and to do my best to switch off my mind. Just experience. Allow myself to be in a state of flow. In life, living, in that moment, I felt free.
What did he mean by expectations?
I asked myself. He didn't explain that to me.
And how have those expectations I've placed upon myself put me under pressure? What expectations do I place upon others that have caused me to feel disappointed? Or is it that those expectations overwhelmed me or pressurized me? Was I really being fair to myself? Was I trying a little too hard to be perfect, despite knowing perfection doesn't even exist? Was it really the expectations that I placed upon myself and on others that led to my unhappiness?
This was the kind of stuff that was going through my mind as I climbed higher and higher. It was incredibly cold. I was wrapped up well, and as he climbed, the environment changed. I saw fewer plants and more rocks. Each step I took felt like a real effort. These were possibly the largest steps I'd ever taken in my life.
Friedrich Nietzsche, the philosopher, said that pain and hardship are necessary evils and that we should embrace pain and discomfort. He talked about plants, the roots and bulbs of some plants. Some people view as ugly, but in the right conditions they can grow into something very beautiful. This is an interesting metaphor from nature. You can look at things in one way or another. Something beautiful and purposeful can blossom from something that may have appeared ugly. You know the story of the ugly duckling, who was in fact a glorious swan. We can consider our feelings, uncomfortable feelings, how they can lead to something fruitful, useful, purposeful. Anxiety may have made us panic, but it can also lead us to taking good care of ourselves and being alert and aware of something important. Frustration can be transformed into determination. Fear can transform into assurance. Apprehension can transform into confidence. And unhappiness can transform into real joy, real freedom, real happiness.
It's all about the way you look at things.
You can change the way you see things.
Things will change the way you feel.
And as you change the way you feel better in many ways.
Every day you awake feeling lighter
And refreshed.
Softer thoughts,
Softer mind.
softer body.
And everything feels lighter.
You feel more relaxed.
I wonder when it will be that you can look back now and notice how different you feel.
I wonder when it will be. You realise how differently you are responding to things which used to upset you.
In a more relaxed and calm way.
You see, every day you are changing in a way which suits you.
You talk calmly and feel more in control of you and less concerned with those things that aren't within your sphere of influence.
More relaxed, more calm.
Mind
And body.
feeling complete,
Relaxation.
absolute calm.
Any worries
Or concerns
are drifting away.
just drifting away.
and you realise they don't serve you.
You don't need them.
And you are now discovering
You can just let them go
and trust yourself.
to do what is right at the right time.
And you can reflect on your own personal history
As you think about this now,
of the many times that you have faced difficulties and survived.
your unconscious may begin to create a deeper understanding within you of your abilities and capabilities that will remind you that you can continue to walk through life
Enjoying living,
in a calm and relaxed manner,
being in a state of flow,
being energized when useful,
experiencing your life in a more pleasurable way.
feeling able to utilize all your energies in beneficial ways.
Calm, comfortable,
And when you need to relax, you always can.
relaxation flowing through you.
From now onwards,
Every cell, every nerve, relaxing and softening. Every day you feel more relaxed.
and so as you begin the process now of integrating all of these learnings and benefits and good feelings and processes into your mind, body, spirit system, and as you allow yourself to integrate all of these experiences on every level of your being, on every level of your neurophysiology, you can continue to process these processes in useful ways that can benefit you and those you love too, so that you can remember certain things. You can remember that this experience is an experience to enjoy, and you can continue to benefit in ways beyond the understanding of your conscious mind. And so I'd like to invite your unconscious mind to make a decision about what's useful for your conscious mind, to remember certain things that your unconscious considers useful for your conscious mind can remember, certain things that your unconscious considers useful for your conscious mind to remember, certain things that your unconscious considers useful. And I'd like to invite your unconscious to keep all the rest of it safe, so you can continue to enjoy this journey of discovery and adventure.
And now as you begin to become aware of the rise and fall of your chest, as you're beginning to surface, a little at first, and now you're surfacing more and more. So I'll invite you to experience a certain curiosity about just what might be different now as you become more and more aware of the outside, and you can begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes and open your eyes and stretch your limbs and begin to come back to the here and now, take in your surroundings and begin to feel refreshed, rejuvenated and invigorated as you begin to feel your body and mind wake up, and as you get ready for the next bit of your adventure. You can prepare yourself now to reach full alertness and vitality, becoming even more curious all the time about just how things are different already.
And it's worth remembering as you go about your business in complete confidence that your unconscious mind is doing all the work for you, updating your mind, body, spirit system in amazing ways.
So you can let go and relax in the knowledge that your work is done. And it may be useful to consider the possibility that you may already now have far greater control over your state of mind and body than you'd previously realised, as you experience ease in all areas of your life now and into the continuing future.
And so, until next time, thanks for listening.